Hello beautiful people of the world, welcome back and a big warm welcome to you if you are new here. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Clair and this is Lumiere Tarot. Today we are looking at should you let go. So this is for anyone who has been waiting for somebody, maybe for a long time, maybe just for a while. Maybe you're in a situationship, maybe someone's asked you to wait for them and you feel unsure about it. So this is an opportunity for you to reflect. I do want to put out a trigger warning for this reading. I realize that emotions may be running high, so please just bear that in mind. On the channel we always say don't ask the question if you don't really want to know the answer, but this is an opportunity for you to reflect on the emotions and the energy surrounding your situation. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to insert a picture of the cards. We've got three groups today. We have group 1, group 2 and group 3. Group 1 is the amethyst chevron point, group 2 is the pyrite and crystal cluster, and group 3 is the double terminated amethyst point. Okay, and also I'll insert a shot of the cards without the crystals if that is how you prefer to make your selection, but always use your intuition to guide you as to which of the three groups will most resonate with you today. All right, I just want to thank my Loomies, my amazing subscribers all over the world. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and supporting each other. This community is really growing. It's a lovely family, really nice people, so I love connecting with like-minded people. So yes, thank you so much for being part of this journey. But make your selection. All the timestamps are below this video and I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading, everyone who picked group number 1. I'm going to take a look at the messages from Spirit and your cards and see about your situation and whether or not you should let go. Okay, so I'm going to start with your tarot cards and then I've got a few oracle cards as well to clarify what we're talking about today. Okay, so opening your reading with 8 of Cups, beautiful Strength card, 9 of Pentacles, the Lovers, 6 of Cups at the center of your reading, 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and 2 of Pentacles for you. Okay, so Gemini's energy is represented here and Leo's energy as well, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That may resonate with you. If it doesn't, don't worry about it too much. Looking at these cards, I can see why this connection is very confusing for you. Let's talk about these energies. So I can see with this 8 of Cups, you know, this energy of you, I don't know, just like needing closure. This is what I'm sensing, just like, you know, I'm trying to move on. It's just like you've tried to move on from this and there is something, there's like a hook which is hooking you back into it. So it's like you're not getting a clean break, you're not getting closure in this connection. And maybe you have agreed to move on, like you've broken up, but you feel like you're still in it. You know, that it's still kind of going on and there's been no end to it. You haven't moved on from that. You're struggling to move on from it. And there is a reason for this. I can see your beautiful heart. We've got this Strength card. I can see your beautiful loving heart represented in this reading. You know, how much love to give. I feel like that love isn't necessarily being reciprocated to you know, the depth that you are extending that love to your person. Yeah, so you have this beautiful loving heart. I see that you have been, I recognize your fears here, you know, the fears of the future, fears of what's going to happen if you move on, but also I see how strong that you've been in this situation. You know, you have connected. I feel like you've learned a lot from this situation. I feel like you have connected to deeper parts of yourself as a result of this connection. And that you've been, what I'm hearing is you've been very fair. Like, You've given them a fair chance. You've been patient. You've given them a fair chance. You've shown them compassion, right? Because you understand that maybe they've got stuff going on in their own life, or responsibilities, or in their own emotions. That maybe meant that they couldn't connect to you right now, or couldn't connect to you at the depth that you wanted to. And you've been very fair. And you've shown them a lot of compassion. And you've been brave as well. You know, like, I admire you for doing this. You know, maybe you, maybe you did wear your heart on your sleeve. Maybe you did tell them how you feel. And perhaps that wasn't accepted, but you don't need, what I'm hearing from Spirit is, you don't need to give yourself a hard time, okay? You can extend that compassion to yourself. You can show gentleness and love to yourself in this situation, whatever it is that you're going through, because you have done your best. You've done your best in this situation. And that is all that you can do. So show yourself compassion. If you think, I shouldn't have said this, if only I'd been this way, if only I'd been slimmer, if only I hadn't have said that, if only I hadn't have pushed them away. You don't need to get into that pattern of if only. Okay, you did your best with the information that you had, or you've been doing your best, and you've been very brave. You know, you've come from a place of open-heartedness, of honesty, of realness. Okay, and what somebody else decides to do with that, you know, don't let it change you. You have a beautiful, loving heart, and you have been authentic about your feelings and what it is that you want, and how somebody else responds to that, or how your person responds to that, or just anyone in life, when, you know, met with our truth and with our authenticity. You know, what they do with that is up to them. So, but this is, I see you like trying to do the right thing. You're just like, okay, I see that you're not putting your all into this, or that you want something different to me, however it resonates in your situation, and you're trying your best to move on from it. You're just like, I recognize that this is the best thing. And I can also see with this Nine of Pentacles, you know, that you have been very positive. Excuse me, I've just got to have some water. That you are like, well, if I have to be on my own, I will be. I am working on myself. You know, I see that clearly in the reading, that you've been working on yourself. You're not expecting like a magic wand to come and fix this. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on your own inner journey, you know, your spirit, you know, not neglecting your soul, and nourishing yourself and taking time to look after yourself. And there is this need for you to prioritize yourself here that I'm seeing. Let's take a look. So this is why it's so confusing. It is because it's a soulmate connection. Now remember, we don't just have one soulmate in our lives necessarily. You know, soulmates are like kindred spirits, or people who we are destined to meet. They're part of our life story, part of our soul's journey during this lifetime. And this, if you're feeling this connection at a very deep level, this is why. It's because with this Lovers next to the Six of Cups, this is absolutely a soulmate energy. This may even be a twin flame. I'm sensing something where you mirror each other's so completely, both your emotions, maybe your triggers, maybe your childhood wounds, you know, all your good points as well. It's mirrored so completely with you both. It's very difficult. There's like this enmeshment of knowing when you end and they begin. There's so much closeness here. And, you know, with this kind of energy, there's so much potential. This is why it feels so deep, so strong, so powerful, is because it's your soul recognizing their soul, and you will have had a soul contract to come and meet and do this dance in this life, whatever this is, whether this is an unrequited crush, or whether it's a situationship or a relationship that feels like it's breaking down, whatever your situation is, you were destined to meet each other. This could be for a long time, it could be for a moment. You know, sometimes someone can come into our life even just for hours or days, and they will completely change our lives. So your person has a particular lesson for you. Lessons can be challenging. They don't always have to be really painful. But although it's this beautiful soulmate connection, maybe even a twin flame, we've got this Seven of Swords. So, you know, this often indicates deception in the tarot. That may be your situation, but what I'm sensing from Spirit is this is an energy of self-sabotage, right? Maybe from you, but I'm sensing from your person. So this is why it's so confusing, because you know, you're not wrong. It is a deep connection. It is a soulmate connection. And it, you know, it does have a lot of potential. If you felt like, gosh, this connection feels like nothing else I've ever felt, or, you know, it feels like it has so much potential, it's because it does. But I sense that your person is self-sabotaging it, and it may be that it feels too intense for them. You know, it may be that this mirroring that we've been talking about is bringing up too much stuff and they can't handle it. Maybe they don't have the skills to handle it. Maybe they're not at the right place in their life to be able to handle it. But there's this element of self-sabotage here with the Seven of Swords. And it may be this energy of them trying to get away with it. You know, they feel the attraction as well and the depth of feeling, but they want to just hang back a little bit, and they're trying to get away with that. They're trying to get away with being hot and cold or giving crumbs or whatever, because taking that step back makes them feel a bit safer than really kind of jumping in and getting involved. So, but there is it's like what I'm hearing is bittersweet with this card selection. It's like there is like a bittersweetness to it, because it is so special, but ultimately it's kind of not working. So Spirit wants you to know that I see with this Seven of Pentacles how patiently you have been waiting for them. I feel like you've given them chances. I feel like you have extended the compassion that we were talking about. I think that you have been waiting patiently, but ultimately Spirit is saying if you continue to wait, you will only experience more disappointment, more rejection. I can feel it so strongly, and more pain and heartbreak, and that the cycle will just continue, because there is an infinity symbol here. Sorry, my cards have been really shiny today. They're reflecting back on my light. It's such a gloomy day here in England. I'm surprised you can see me at all. But there is this beautiful figure of 8 here, and that is the infinity symbol, and it's just saying that that pattern will continue. So if you continue to wait for them, you'll continue to experience more loss, and it will affect your self-esteem. You'll start to identify with it and then take that on board and think that it's you, and it isn't you. And it will just create maybe more drama, more stress, more feelings of being unsettled, of never being able to settle with it, and that's what will happen in the future. Now we're going to clarify with your oracle cards. I want to say that if this isn't what you want to hear, then bear in mind we're just looking at a snapshot of the energies of what's happening now, and I think what Spirit is really saying is, there is this potential here, but it is very difficult and something needs to change, and it needs to be a healing change for this to be successful. So and when we're in a relationship like this, both people need to be healing, both people need to be working on their wounds. It needs to be 50-50, not one person doing the work and another person just trying to get away with what they can take, really. So a healing change needs to take place for this to be like a healthy union. So let's see what we've got. Okay, this is interesting. So we have where to start. We have the card Lessons and the card Fear. So I think this is really triggering a lot of fear in your person. You know, there is only really love and fear, isn't there, in the world? We think there's many different things, but there is only love and fear. So if your person has pulled away, if they're being very shut down, it is due to their own fears. Maybe they feel unworthy of your love. Maybe they are just with this mirroring energy. I think there's a lot of triggering there. So that may have, they may have taken flight and run away from you as a result of this fear. But this fear is really dominant. I think you have your own fears, like, if I leave this behind, what's going to happen? Or will I always be on my own? Or I'll never meet anybody that I feel this way about. So those triggers may have come up. But this is a learning opportunity with these lessons. This is a beautiful learning opportunity, and suffering ends when meaning begins. So we talk about this a lot on the channel. You know, what is the meaning behind this? You know, maybe they've given you access to emotions you didn't know you had, or were available to you, or a depth of connection, or a spiritual understanding, or highlighting what your own boundaries are, or healthy ways to communicate. So many different things. So Spirit is saying reflect on the lessons that are available to you in this experience, but your person has is learning a lot from this connection as well. Now we have this card Chemistry. Is that going to focus? I'm not surprised to see that here. You know, when we have this Lovers card, this does indicate like a strong draw to that person, which is why you're kind of getting sucked back into that loop all the time, where you keep giving them another chance, or where you keep waiting for them. You keep getting sucked into that loop because it feels very magnetic, you know, and this is a very magnetic connection. You're really resonating on the same frequency, but I feel like that frequency is the frequency of your wounding, or the lessons that you need to learn, and that's why it feels so magnetic. That's why the draw is there, which I think is a powerful insight. We have the card Pride. Again, Leo's energy represented here. Ego, it says stubborn love. So I'm not surprised to see that with this Seven of Swords. So when we see this ego energy, the ego is always in fear. It's always trying to do its best for us to try and protect us. But, you know, I sense that your person isn't coming from their higher self, isn't able to see the bigger picture of this connection, maybe can't recognize the depth of the connection. And it says stubborn love. It's kind of that my way or the highway. They're just like, you can do things this way, and this is what makes me feel safe. So friends with benefits makes me feel safe, or keeping you at arm's length makes me feel safe. And anything else is too triggering. So that's why they may be, that stubbornness could be resistance, right? We have the card Flexible. You may be into yoga. This is a 19, breaks down to a 10, breaks down to a 1. So this is Spirit really saying, go with the flow with this, trust in the process, trust in the unfolding. And as you do your own inner work, that'll be mirrored back to you in the outer world. So either you won't be in resonance with this person anymore, and they will drift harmoniously from your life, or you'll be able to come together. But again, we were just talking about that healing energy. But be flexible as things unfold. You know, just when we're triggered in fear, right, we just get more and more rigid, don't we? We've got to control everything. We've got to control the outcome. Just know that whatever happens is for your highest good. Just say to yourself, comment this down below, only good can come my way. So whatever happens in the future, just know that it's something good. I'm getting that so powerfully. And we have this beautiful card, Purification, with a sunflower on here. A sunflower may be a sign from Spirit for you. So look out for sunflowers and know that your angels and your guides are supporting you. And if you see a sunflower sign, then this is definitely for you. But this is a card of purification. So this is an energy of just saying, you know, can you cleanse yourself of some of these lower vibrational energies? There's things to let go of that are no longer serving you now. And this is this process that you're going through. So I feel like in conclusion, Spirit is really saying, at this time it's probably better to let go. Doesn't mean let go forever, but at this time just let go of your grip of this a little bit, because this person isn't really meeting you where you're at, and then see how things unfold, but trust that whatever happens, it's going to be something good, and look out for those sunflower signs from Spirit. Okay, I hope this reading has helped you in some way. Let me know how it resonates down in the comments. It's really just an opportunity to reflect on your situation at this time. Remember, energy is just energy. These are just the energies that we're looking at until they come into form. So just an opportunity to reflect and maybe create some positive change in your situation. All right, but I have loved doing this reading for you. It's been my honor to read your cards. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful book, Attract Soulmate Love. I have written it from the heart. It is a powerhouse of information for calling your special person into your life. People have been getting absolutely amazing results with this, and just coming into happy union, you know, with their beloved, with the love of their lives. So loads of powerful information there. So if that resonates with you, you can read loads more about it on my website, and there's testimonials on there as well. All right, it's linked in the description box. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love in your situation, and I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading, everyone who picked group number 2. This is for everybody who picked the beautiful pyrite and quartz crystal cluster. It's such an amazing crystal. I get all my crystals from Etsy. So there's always like, you know, something for me to fall in love with on there. So we're going to take a look at the messages from Spirit regarding whether you should let go of this connection or whether it's still worth investing in. Okay, so but just remember, it's an opportunity to reflect. So opening your reading with Knight of Pentacles, maybe dealing with an earth sign. Death, Scorpio's energy is represented here. 3 of Cups, 9 of Wands, the World at the center of your reading. You may be dealing with a long distance relationship, long distance connection. 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. Closing your reading with the Hanged Man. So it's interesting. I feel like you've been waiting for somebody to change, and I feel like, or the situation to change, right? And I feel like they've given you enough that it's kind of kept you in this situation because it's given you hope. So every time you're ready to let go, something happens where you're just like, you feel much closer to them, or you feel like you've made some progress, or they make you a promise or something like this. So you're just like, every single time you're ready to let go and take a step back, it's like they're just in their life enough for you to kind of keep you hanging on. This is what I'm sensing. And I just feel like there's this energy of waiting for things to change, waiting for things to transform so that you can be happy, so that you can experience happiness with them. But this has been slow in coming. I feel like you have been waiting for this change to bring this happiness for a long time. So, you know, which is, you know, probably why you're here, why you're asking the question. You know, where is this happiness? When is it going to come? And you recognize that changes need to happen, but it's just like your person is resistant to doing that. There's a lot of resistance here with this 9 of Wands energy. I feel like you feel like this is something that is worth fighting for. It may be with your person, you know, that you do have these happy times. You're just like, well, sometimes things are different, and then you feel really close to them and you're having a really good time and you really enjoy being in their company, and then the next minute they're being a bit defensive, they're resistant to it, they've pulled away, right? Which is why it's making it very confusing for you, because you have hope and then you lose hope and then you have hope. So that is represented here. So But I feel, you know, you feel like it's worth fighting for. I can see that you've been through a lot with this. Maybe you've had many ups and downs. You know, maybe it's been on again, off again, and you've been in that cycle of heartbreak and hope and heartbreak and hope. But I feel like you're getting a little bit weary of it now, like a little bit tired of it. Just like, you know, how much more of this can I take? You know, it's like wearing you down, wearing down your spirit, because you've put so much into it. And now you're starting to feel like you're suspicious of those good times when they come, because you're just like, well, how long is this going to last? You know, how long is it going to last this time? So it's interesting. So we have the World card at the center. This may be, like I was saying, it may represent a long distance relationship. You know, there might be quite a lot of physical distance in between you both, that you're trying to make this work. But you're kind of waiting patiently for this conclusion. So it's like you can't get closure. It's like you can't make any progress with this Seven of Pentacles. It's just like, you know, you are invested in this already. So you're just like, well, when is this gonna, when are we gonna seal the deal? When is this gonna be a real thing? You know, it's kind of like waiting for that cycle to complete, waiting for the love that maybe you were promised, or that you hoped would come to you. And it feels difficult to move away from, because you've invested so much in it, maybe in time, maybe in terms of your own emotions. But I see here that you're dealing with somebody, you know, you are waiting on somebody, right, who doesn't know what they want. You know, and if this is true for you, this is going to resonate with you, right? This is somebody who doesn't know what they want. I see a lot of other people in this reading. So, you know, you may be dealing with a third party situation. If that's true, it's something you already know about as part of the mix. You know, maybe you're waiting for somebody to leave another connection, another relationship. That is indicated here. It could be that your person has a lot on their plate, a lot of other responsibilities. There is this daydreamy energy here where they're just like not getting real. They're not giving you anything real to work with. Three of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups. They're not giving you anything real to work with. And it's like they're kind of living in a bit of a fantasy world. You're just like, well, we really need to work on this, or something needs to happen. But they don't have the skills to be able to make that happen. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that, I just got interrupted. So they're just caught up in their own like agenda. I just feel like there is this energy of them keeping you as a placeholder, so that they definitely don't know what they want. This isn't any reflection on you. So they may be juggling you and somebody else, or they may be juggling you and, you know, they like the idea of being with you and being in a relationship, but they also like their freedom, right? It's like they want to have their cake and eat it, is what I'm hearing. And it's just somebody who doesn't know what they want right now. This is what, so be aware of that, because you're waiting on somebody who is never going to make that clear decision for you, because they're just not at the right space in their life to really commit to one person or one thing. So it may be that you're not quite on the same page as them. I see that you are bound to each other with this Hanged Man energy. It's just like, you know what you should do, but you feel so caught up in it. You know, it feels like you don't get closure. It feels like it's never over. They give you just enough to keep you involved in it, but I'm just getting such a strong sense that they're keeping you as a placeholder, because they want you, but maybe they want someone else. They want you, or they also want other things, or they want you, but they want to have it all on their own terms. So I feel like they don't have as much conscious awareness. It may be that they don't have the same level of emotional intelligence as you do. It doesn't mean they're a bad person, it's just kind of like where they're at. But I see how bound you are to them, you know, that you feel like you're kind of woven into them, that there's, you know, a lot of chemistry, a lot of connection there. I see why it's difficult for you to let go of them, because you're already so invested in them. And, you know, when it's good, it's really good. But ultimately they don't know what they want. But this is a spiritual card, this Hanged Man. So it does indicate like a pause, a hiatus in things, you know, to be able to see things differently, to be able to get clarity on things. So they're stuck on you, is what I'm hearing. So no matter what happens and where they go, or who else they've got in the mix, or who else takes their fancy or whatever, or who else they're dating, or what other responsibilities that they have, they're stuck on you. You're the one. But ultimately, do you want to wait for somebody who is a bit flaky, right? This is what I'm seeing. You've got to do what's right for you. So looking at this reading, if you want like a direct yes or no answer, I would say no. Don't wait for this person to decide what it is that they want. You know, set your intention to be with somebody who wants the same as you. You be clear about what it is that you want in your life and from your relationship, and then you will magnetically draw someone into you who wants the same thing. So, but remember, if this isn't what you want to hear, this is just the energies that we're looking at right now. Right now, your person doesn't know what it is that they want. Maybe you, maybe somebody else, maybe something else, right? Maybe they want to travel or do stuff and they've got other plans. But they feel caught up in it just like you are. So, right, let's take a look at your oracle cards and see. This is so interesting. So we have the card Emotional Whirlwind. So this is like so like mirroring this energy, isn't it, of the Seven of Cups. So I sense these ups and downs. It says dramatic, unstable. So it's just, you know, you can't settle into this with them because they don't know what it is that they want, and you're getting mixed messages, is what I'm hearing, definitely. And the reason you're getting mixed messages is because one day they want one thing and another day they want something else. So I feel like if you continue to hold on to this, it's going to, you know, it isn't a stable foundation. It's still going to feel very unsettling for you, because obviously you have free will and it's your choice. We're just looking at the energies around your situation right now. So I think it's still going to feel uncomfortable, you know, maybe rocky for you, you know. And then we have it echoed again in this card, Chaos and Conflict, from the Wisdom Oracle deck. All my decks are linked in the description box below this video. This is a 33, breaks down to a 6, so those numbers may resonate with you. So again, it's this energy of conflicting ideas about what you both want, about your person being very conflicted about what they want, and that creating that chaos, so you're not flowing in harmony with them. Okay, we have the card Bound. It's very similar to the Devil energy in the tarot, but also, you know, we were talking about mirroring that energy of being bound to one another from this Hanged Man energy. So even though maybe you know it's the right thing to let go, in your heart of hearts, you feel unable to do that because there's some sort of hook. Maybe they keep hooking you back in, or because the good times are so good. So, but only you can give yourself the closure that you need. Only you can draw that line in the sand and decide that you're moving on with your life. because as far as they are concerned, they will just, they like it. They like your attention. They like your energy as well. They're attracted to you. And it's nice for them to have you in their life. You know, you are a lovely person. Why wouldn't they? But ultimately, they don't know what it is that they want. For them, they may feel like this low-level dissatisfaction in life. And so nothing, no relationship or friendship ever quite measures up to what it is that they want. So, but still this energy of being bound to one another. So I see the emotional hook. I see how you are tied up in this emotionally, you know, that it isn't an easy thing for you. I recognize this. You know, and spirit is recognizing this. It's represented in your reading. We have the card of separation here from the Romance Angels deck. So that is an indication, you know, again, this could represent that you are physically apart from one another with, if it's long distance or medium distance, you know, that there could be a physical separation between you both. And that may be causing problems. I feel like your person is unable to decide, and it's like they want you to make the decision, and then all the responsibility is on you. And really it should be a joint thing. Particularly if you're connected, if it's not just a crush or something like this, it should be a joint thing. And I feel like they're being unfair in like abdicating the responsibility to you and just going, well, you decide, and then if you're upset about it, then it's nothing to do with me, and then they're not taking responsibility for that. I see a little bit of that here as well. But we have the card Truth. And we have the card Contemplation. So this again mirrors that Hanged Man energy, you know, that it's given you a lot to think about. I feel that if you do let go, if you pull your energy back and put it back into yourself, put your energy back into yourself where it belongs, into your own goals and dreams, and not be waiting for somebody else to level up, then that will definitely give them food for thought. It can't be like a manipulative gesture, but Spirit is just saying that if you go into that energy, that is the only thing that's going to kind of focus their mind on the future and what it is that they really want. And we have the card Truth here. So this is very much like the Ace of Swords in the tarot. This beautiful imagery here. It's just like, I feel like you're getting a lot of clarity. You're going to get a lot of understanding that's going to make you feel so much better in yourself. It's going to make you feel more empowered. It's going to make you feel stronger, because at the moment you're just living in limbo, aren't you? Maybe you're accepting little crumbs. Maybe it's hot and cold. Maybe you're just getting hope here and there. But ultimately, I think when the truth comes in for you, it's going to make you feel empowered. It's going to be nothing but like strengthening for you and make you feel stronger and empowered. So I feel some clarity coming in for you if you're still not sure if you should let go. I feel like, you know, Spirit is saying that some clarity is going to come in for you, some truth, something that will make this definitive in your mind as to which way you want to go with it. Okay, that's everything that I have for you in this reading today. It has been my honor to read your cards. Let me know how it resonates down in the comments. Remember, these are just energies at the moment. Energy is just energy until it comes into form. So we're just reflecting on kind of where we're at right now. So, but there is this energy of kind of needing to let go rather than continuing to invest in somebody who ultimately isn't there for you, you know. But you have your own free will. We're just looking at the energies. I understand that it's very difficult though. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful book, Attract Soulmate Love. I have written it from the heart. Loads of people in our community are absolutely loving it. I get people writing to me every single day saying that they've come into union with their beloved as a result of this powerful information. So, you know, it's resonating with lots of people who connect to the energy of this channel. Maybe it might resonate with you. Do check that out if you feel called to. It's linked down below, and there's lots more information about me and my book on my website. But have a good week. Take good care of yourselves. I'm sending you lots and lots of love in your situation, and I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. Everyone who picked group number 3, this is for everyone who picked the beautiful amethyst double pointed crystal. So it's really lovely, really amazing energy from this crystal. It's a new one in my collection, and I absolutely love it so much. So yeah, we're going to take a look at the messages from Spirit regarding whether you should let go, or whether there's still you know, more energy in this connection. It's an opportunity to reflect. Remember, it's just a general reading, so take what resonates and just leave the rest. Okay, I'll start with your tarot as always, and then I will look at your oracle cards to clarify a little bit later on. So opening your reading with the powerful Queen of Swords, the Devil, King of Wands, Temperance, Nine of Swords at the center of your reading. So I can see that this has maybe been a little bit of a nightmare or caused some anxiety. Ace of Swords, Hanged Man, Ten of Wands, Six of Pentacles. So this is interesting. Sagittarius energy is here. Leo's energy, Capricorn's energy is also here. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That may resonate. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it. Now, what I'm picking up from your energy is that you know, you're not someone who's feeling really sorry for yourself about this. You're just like, I just want to get this shiz sorted out. I just want to know what's what so I can get on with my life. This is the energy that I'm picking up on here now, and that is a beautiful, empowered energy to be in, rather than just you know, having a pity party about things not going as smoothly as perhaps you would like, because we have this Queen of Swords to the Devil. This is a powerful combination. This is just you like cutting out the crap, saying no more, just like enough is enough. You know your own worth. You know that you're worthy of a beautiful, loving connection, and you're just like, I'm just not putting up with anything less. And I think this is perhaps a lesson that you've learned from the past, maybe from some of your past experiences, and you're just like, I'm not doing that again. And what's beautiful about it is that it's not just all talk. You know, you're following it up with your actions. You're just like, well, whatever it is, however it resonates in your situation, you know, if you're not going to level up, if you're going to carry on being like this, if you're not going to meet me where I'm at, then you know, I'm not going to share any more of my beautiful, loving energy with you. And this is how it's going to be. And what's beautiful about it is that you're following it up with actions, and I think that is really, really nice. So it's not just all talk. It's not like empty threats or something like this. This is like about you making, you know, being very logical about things, really. Just, you know, having that clarity, you know, having that understanding about yourself. I've just seen a heron. I've just seen a heron fly by. That is very rare and very beautiful as well. A heron may be a sign for you from your angels and guides. Look out for that. On your journey over the next few weeks, because if you see one, it's just a sign that you're being supported through your situation. But yes, so this is, you know, I'm picking up on your energy. It's, you know, you're being very empowered and just saying, look, that, you know, it may be that this person has a magnetic pull for you, a magnetic attraction, but you have the understanding in yourself, you have the maturity to know that that isn't enough. You know, you have the maturity to know when you are not being treated, you know, with the, maybe the respect that you deserve, or just, you know, how you want a relationship to feel. Like, you've got that clear intention about how you want a relationship to feel, and if it isn't feeling like that, then you're just like, well, I am going to take action, and I'm going to put my energy back onto myself where it belongs, and I'm going to take my energy and, you know, to someone who appreciates it. I'm going to take it elsewhere. So, you know, I'm sensing that you mean business about this. You're just like, I really want to know what's what. And I mean business. And this is something that your person can really get on board with. This is something that your person can really respect and get on board with. I really like it. So there's lots of interesting energies here. There is this energy, this graceful healing energy here with the Temperance card. You know, that does indicate the patience that you've had, you know, that sort of playing a waiting game. I feel like, although you're very strong in yourself and you're a very strong person, you know, this has caused anxiety for you. It has caused disappointment for you, and maybe been a bit of a nightmare, or maybe just really played on your mind. Maybe kind of distracted you from some of your goals that you've got in your life, or from some of the things that you know bring you joy or that are important to you. You know, some of those other friendships, some of those other hobbies that is taking up like a lot of your mental space. You know, it's really filling up your energetic body. You know, it's taking up a lot of energy for you at times. And that is represented here. I feel there is a lot of healing energy available to this. So I feel like your person may realize with this Nine of Swords that they've made a mistake. And it's because you've been so clear about taking your energy back. If this isn't something you've already done, it's something that Spirit says, you know, maybe you've been thinking about it, or just like considering it. And it isn't about playing games or being manipulative. It comes from such an authentic place of your own truth with the Queen of Swords. This is just like, I'm making a decision about what is right for me. And I'm going to take action towards my own goals and dreams. And that is what is most important. And with being in that energy, the truth of this really cuts home, you know, really comes home to your person. They're just like, oh, I didn't level up, I've made a mistake, I see how I should have treated them now, I see how I should have behaved, I see the mistakes that I've made, I see that I've either lost or I'm gonna lose out on, you know, an amazing connection if I don't sort myself out. And there is this energy of you know, being sorry, of really, you know, of just, you know, this guy's got his head in his hands. He's just like, no, I can't believe that it's come to this. I can't believe that I've done this. And just this truth of this Ace of Swords, this clarity coming through of just like, wow, you know, I'm going to miss out on a lot if I let this go. I want it, you know, there's this energy of like this wanting to be fixed. There is this potential, if you've like, if it's been rocky, if you've had an argument, if you've become distant, there is this energy. There is a lot of potential here for healing between you both. Like you can get clarity in this situation that brings like harmony to it, right? Because I feel like there's been a lot of passion here with this Queen of Swords and this Devil and this King of Wands. I feel like there's been a lot of intensity, which has caused this anxiety. But there is this potential for healing and for harmony to come in between you both. I feel like with the Ace of Swords, you know, this is an understanding and realization. You know, you could be getting you know, some good communication, a message that comes in. If you're in no contact, no communication is indicated that a message is coming through, and something that you want to hear as well, something that brings an end to any anxiety that you have. Because I know that you're in your power, but some days, you know, you're only human. Some days you're just like, well, this is still challenging for me, this is still difficult for me. So, but I see good communication between you both, which brings a greater understanding with this Hanged Man energy. You know, this is a realization. You know, these are both cards of realizations. You know, this is just like talking things through and then being able to see things differently, being able to see the other person's point of view, being able to see, understand the other person's situation, and then being able to understand you. So greater understanding coming in, because that, you know, there's such a feeling of stuckness here with this Hanged Man to the 10 of Wands. I just feel like for your person, the way things are right now is a heavy burden to them. This situation has given them a lot to think about, you know, what it is that they want with you, what it is that they want for the future. It is weighing very heavily on their mind. They don't want to go forward without you, is what I'm picking up on. And there is this realization here, 6 of Pentacles, of the mistakes that they've made, or the wrong turn that they took, or the missed opportunity. That was there, that they need to kind of make it up to you, perhaps, is the energy that I'm picking up on with this 6 of Pentacles, that they kind of need to pull their weight, that they need to make it up to you, that they want to make amends, that they want to reach out to you. To make amends, you know, if that's what needs to be done. You know, if there's a mistake that's been made, then they want to make amends. But otherwise, you know, just to kind of meet you where you're at, there's this realization of what they need to do, that they need to put the work in with this 10 of Wands to meet you where you're at, to meet you halfway. Remember, a relationship is always 50-50. It isn't 80-20. So, and they're prepared to do this. So I feel like, you know, it's saying, should you let go? I feel that your person doesn't really want to let go. I feel like there's been some sort of like missed opportunity, or kind of some sort of mismatch of energy where you've not quite been in alignment with one another. You know, or perhaps a mistake's been made, but I feel like there's a lot of hope here for healing, for clarity, for, you know, good, honest conversation to help you to move forward. And I see, like, what I'm hearing from Spirit is like a willingness to make this work. So I'm not saying it's without challenges. I'm not saying that there isn't a process for you to go through. This isn't like something that's going to magically happen, right? But there is a lot of potential here for growth, for healing, for being able to meet each other in that space of understanding. So we have the beautiful card Loyal Heart. This is a 35, which breaks down to an 8. So that may be, those numbers may be significant to you. This card has the images of owls on it, as well as crowns, hearts, and keys. So they may be signs for you in your situation or in your journey, little signs from Spirit, that Spirit is connecting with you to help you through this as you move forward. But this is, what I'm sensing is your person really cares about you. Loyal heart. There could be a Leo, that Leo loyal energy, or they could have Leo, like a Leo placement in their chart. Maybe they're a Leo Venus, right? But they are loyal to you. So whatever it is that's happened, there is this potential for the long term here with this loyalty. You know, to be a good friend to you, to care about you. Okay, this, I don't know where to start. We have the card Soulmate. All right, so this does indicate that your person is a soulmate. You know, the image on this card is someone getting down on one knee to propose. So, you know, this indicates like a greater commitment, not necessarily getting engaged or married, but just a greater commitment to this connection. It shows me that this is a soulmate energy that you're dealing with, so a very deep connection, a spiritual connection, and that is indicated here with the Hanged Man as well. That always indicates a spiritual connection. And what I'm finding, okay, wait one moment, let's do things one at a time. We have this card, chemistry. Look at that, starting a fire, spark, passion, desire, you know, and that is indicated with the devil as well. Just like, can't keep your hands off each other, lots and lots of, you know, particularly with the King of Wands as well, lots of passion here. So I see the magnetic attraction that you have with one another, you know, and that may, when we have that sort of level of attraction and passion, that can spill over into kind of fieriness, you know, of triggering, right? So that is indicated here, but it's just indicated that your person is very attracted to you, they're very drawn to you. I feel like there's a lot of energy, right, with this fire that keeps burning. There's a lot of energy still in this connection. I don't feel like it's over. So, you know, whether you choose to let go or not is entirely up to you, because you have your own free will. Remember your own power. You know, you're not you know, a victim to fate. You know, when we do these tarot readings, we're just talking about the energies that are available. Now, like I was saying, what I found interesting is that we have the card Shadow Work and we have the card Healing Family Issues from the Romance Angels deck. Now, I've never had this card come up before. Use this deck all the time, many readings. I've never had this card come up before. So I feel like, you know, we were saying this isn't going to magically happen. I feel like there is some shadow work to do. That doesn't need to be really deep. It doesn't need to be painful. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of recognition of just like, yeah, you know, I have picked up these beliefs from childhood. We don't even have to have had a bad childhood or an abusive childhood to have picked up the slightly wrong messages about what relationships are about. You know, to do with, you know, sometimes people pick up like passive aggressive communication styles, for instance, just an example. From seeing that with their parents, and then they take it into their own relationship, and it isn't maybe the most compassionate way of connecting with the other person. But this is just indicated here that there is some shadow work that needs doing, and that will benefit both of you. It will benefit your spiritual growth. If you work on yourself a little bit, that will be mirrored in your other person, because you are connected with this soulmate energy. That will trigger their own healing as well, because you are so deeply linked to one another. So there is this need for healing, and it's some sort of reflection of a childhood pattern, maybe the mother wound, maybe abandonment issues, maybe you know, thinking that love was earned rather than being kind of natural and easy. Remember, love is easy. Comment that down below. Love is easy. Love is natural, right? And when we have that as our intention, it's what we bring into our lives. And then we have the beautiful card, New Beginnings. So I am sensing you can have a fresh start with this person. There is all this energy still in your connection, and I think you can have a fresh start with them. But I feel like you shouldn't think of it as a continuation of where you've already been. The past is in the past. Let's turn over a fresh, you know, fresh page, a new leaf. Let's bring fresh energy into this. And just say, okay, well, that's what happened. Let's not have that as the story. Let's not get involved in the old story. Let's have a fresh start here. And there is this potential for them to kind of meet your needs. The Six of Pentacles is really about meeting your needs. And I feel like there's been an understanding with this Hangman to the Ten of Wands, where they really understand now how they weren't meeting your needs and what they need to do that. Maybe it's through your own clear communication. And Because sometimes if we don't speak up about what it is that we need or want, then the other person can't know. But I see a beautiful energy of new beginnings here for you, and a fresh start. So a lot of potential. So ultimately, in conclusion, it's up to you if you want to let go, but I feel like there's a lot of energy between you both that is still in this connection, which could be explored. Okay, but there are some little healing issues that maybe need to be, you know, that you just need to be aware of as part of this journey. All right. It has been my honor to read your cards. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations. I've got a lovely collection on there. People have been getting amazing results of dissolving their own blocks and challenges towards love and prosperity. Okay, so lots of beautiful things there. A few of them are listed in the description box, but it takes you to my page, which has you know, the full collection on there. So you don't need to be good at meditation. It's just an opportunity to relax, to nourish yourself, and to bathe in some positivity. So if that sounds good, do check that out. I've written them all myself. I've written them from the heart, so check that out if it resonates. But have a lovely week. I'm sending you lots of love in your situation, and I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye.